Hey guys, good afternoon. There we go. So my excuse today for being late is because I was super hungry and I wasn't about to go live without putting some food in my body. But happy Thursday. I hope you guys are doing great. Been having a wonderful week. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend. And if you work on the weekend, I hope your work week goes great. So there was a lot mentioned in my post, my first of the month post about us resuming our talk about red flags. And God's been giving me a green light to continue. There's been things that he's kind of placed on my heart, things that he's shown me in visions and dreams, things that he's told me through others that he's wanted me to do. And like I've mentioned before, that this platform is not just me, it's been given to him. So whatever it is he asks me to do, whether it's uncomfortable or brand new to me, then it's something that I am definitely going to do. So before we jump in with red flag number 4, I wanted to just mention a couple of things to you guys. The whole book club idea, you guys already know we finished the book by Priscilla Shirer. Forgive me, we just read it, Discerning the Voice of God. And we're going to continue with the book club for those who are interested. Beginning next week, we're going to start reading Boundaries. And that one, I'm going to kind of go through and see how many chapters we can combine in a live, because there's so much that God has shown me that is going to take place, and I'm very excited about it, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't step out of alignment with his will. Hey sweetheart, how are you? So a book club is definitely something, and the books that are chosen are always going to be something that are related to what it is he's asking me to do, which you guys already know. I'm here to share my testimony, but at the same time, God I'm having a hard time saying it because I still think it's funny, but the word ministry keeps coming. So I'm not saying I'm going to be a pastor or anything, but he's using this to help me minister his word to others. So that's something that's going on. And I just asked you guys in a poll if you'd be interested, and better know that it's night. Oh, sorry. I asked you guys in a poll if you'd be interested in Bible study, and so far, people are interested in it. So I'm definitely going to take it back to God. He's already shown me that, yes, we're going to do it. As far as when, how often, probably once a week. As far as when it's going to take place, I'm not sure yet. But look forward to Bible studies. I will post about it. We will still do book reviews, and I will still be talking about the red flags from my book. I'm still trying to get a literary agent. It's going to happen. So there's the answer in case anyone was, the answer to a question in case anybody was wondering when the book is coming out. I don't know, but God's already told me it's going to come to pass. So it's in his timing. There's going to be, and I forgot to mention this to you guys earlier, Mother's Day is around the corner. Mother's Day, it's wonderful this year. My birthday falls on Mother's Day this year. So, and I don't want two first, guys. It's two separate, occasions. But I'm going to have a Mother's Day giveaway, and I'm thinking I might have 3 or 4 items. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but I'm going to be placing an order today for the Mother's Day gift, and then I'll open up the drawing for that. And then I'm also going to have one for Father's Day as well. So dads, get ready for that. I did want to also give you guys a quick update with the Spanish prayer journal. So it's been taking forever because the recordings, I'm not fluent in Spanish. So there was times where I had to go back and say a word correctly and it would get punched in or whatever the case is. Well, when I received all the recordings back and then said, okay, now edit this, and the edits came back to me, they didn't come back to me right. Had the person do it again, edits still didn't come back to me right. And it was just a nightmare. So I ended up having to find somebody else to fix the raw recordings. And God willing, my prayers be answered, that I have a meeting at 1:30 for them to make sure that they sound right. If they're good, the QR codes are done, and then I will have the Spanish prayer journal ready to post for you guys, and then also available on the website for you guys to purchase if you prefer Spanish prayer journal. So it's coming soon. I promise you, this has been a nightmare on my end, but I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I did mention to you guys before that I'm going to have a surprise item pop up on my shop. I'll have put pictures before, I'll have it posted online, but then I'm going to have the pictures to make the announcement. But it's something that I've been very excited about because it's something that God told me to do. What's today, the 4th? God told me to do this, I'd say about 3 weeks ago. And I am about by the end of today, I'll be halfway done with it. So once that's done, I don't want to say what it is yet because I'm just that excited about it. But it's something that I believe is going to bless you, bless whoever it is that you want to gift it to. So this surprise item, like I said, and of course, it's going to be available in English and Spanish. So get ready for that. Look forward to that. So yeah, book club, giveaway, Bible study, prayer journal. All right, now that I've got that out of the way, we're going to jump in. So just a quick recap, because I know it's been a while since we talked about the red flags. So red flag number 1 was hiding something harmful. And we talked about how a former partner of mine was hiding a gun. And I just want to say, because I know there's some people that are pro-guns, there's some people that are anti-gun, that when a gun is used accordingly, I'm for it. Okay. And that's just my opinion for it. I believe that guns, when used appropriately, are a good thing. However, if you are hiding something and you're not talking to the person that you're in a relationship with about it, then yes, it is considered harmful, because why would that be something that you hide if it's something that you both can know about and use if there's a situation that presents harm to either one of you? So that's why I kind of listed that as hiding something harmful, and it's not just a gun. It could have been anything else. So you can go back, and I'll have to start pinning posts so that you guys can see each red flag if you needed to go back and rewatch it. Red flag number 2 was keeping bad company, and that's one that a lot of people said that they kind of already knew about. You are who you surround yourself with. There, I think, what is it, Proverbs 17:17? And maybe that's probably the wrong one. I just know that I read that. I read it recently, or maybe it's 1 Corinthians, probably 1 Corinthians. That sounds about right. But it talks about bad company corrupts good character. It is 1 Corinthians. I got it written right in front of me. 1 Corinthians 15:33. So yeah. Then red flag number 3 was gaslighting and manipulation. And man, you guys had a lot to say about that one. So I'm thinking about my story now, just all the gaslighting, the manipulation I went through. So comment here, I think the person hiding it may be fearful of the person's reaction and they don't want to cause the person to leave, but finding out about it later is actually worse. You made a very good point. And that's going back to red flag number 1, which was hiding something harmful. So yes, a lot of times people will fear telling the person that they're with something that they have because of fear of rejection, or they don't want to cause any conflict in their relationship. But if you think about it, if there's something that you can't talk to the person that you're with about, then you're with the wrong person, because you should have open communication. Not every conversation that you have with somebody is going to be easy. It's going to be full of rainbows and butterflies and smiles. You know, there's times where you're going to have those hard talks, because sometimes the best love is tough love. And that's going off on a whole other tangent. But if you're going to be in a relationship with someone and you have to hide something from them, and you're fearful for what they may think, then you have to realize that there's a problem within you or within your relationship that you can't do it. So, yes, thank you for that comment. So starting with red flag number 4. Guys, I mentioned to you that there's only 7 red flags that I talk about in my book. And I'm sure that there are other red flags that you can think of, but these were the ones that I experienced, that I felt God was leading me to share, to make sure that it ministers to the right person. So number 4, it's a big one, and Lord, guard my mouth. Let me say only what needs to be said. Lying and stealing. I know some people might be, of course, that's a red flag. Yes, but lying and stealing when you're dealing with a person who is addicted to drugs is on a whole other level. They are, in the beginning, they're very good. The gaslighting, manipulation, they're very good manipulators. They know how to word things. They know how to get you and reel you in, to make you think one thing and paint a picture. And this is what it is you're living, but then there's chaos going on behind screen. Lying and stealing, when the exposed darkness actually comes to light, man, it's like the floodgates just open up, and it just, whew, my goodness, I'm thinking about what happened to me and how far I've come from. So in the book, I talk about stealing of jewelry and lying about it. So drug addicts are very, very good liars in the beginning. But as they get sloppy because their addiction starts to take over them, you start to be able to figure out, okay, you said this one day and now you're saying this, and your stories don't add up. Your timelines don't match. I remember being in the situation and just constantly, I had a rebuttal for everything that this man said. Wait a minute, you told me on Tuesday at 4:00 in the afternoon that you were going and doing this, and now you're telling me that you were actually over here when these two locations don't match up and it doesn't add up to the time that we were meeting up, blah, 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 blah. I was CIA detective, all of that. And from an outsider looking in, it's easy for you guys to see it. But when you're living the situation, it's always so much harder, because deep down, you know something's wrong, but you need to grasp what it is that you need to grasp what it is that's going on. The comment says, that's because you're a woman remembering things from 1992. That's so true. Listen, a woman has the memory of an elephant, okay? She forgets nothing, okay? I know what I was wearing when I went here, when I did this, but a song comes up, I remember where I was, I remember it all, okay? So I'm sure a lot of you feel that way too. But the stealing the jewelry and lying about it, and when I think about the course of my relationship, the stealing was taking place in the early stages, and it didn't come out until years later. And jewelry, it was something as simple as, or not simple, but rings, earrings, necklaces, bangles, you name it, it was stolen. And the thing about when they steal jewelry, they're not just selling it on the streets, they're pawning it, okay? And pay attention to where it is that they pawn it, because that will give you an indication of what's truly going on. In my experience, what I learned is that the stealing of the jewelry was usually done at a pawn shop that was in close proximity to an area that is well known to distribute drugs. So there, your antlers can go off there. When a person gets to a point where they're stealing drugs to fix their habit, it's not weed it could be weed, but weed doesn't require you to sell your jewelry, okay? It's high-powered drugs that do. And when I'm talking high-powered, I'm talking about cocaine. Cocaine is expensive. My experience was, this person was using marijuana. This person was popping pills. This person was, doing blow. This person was drinking a lot. And I'm probably sure that, the only thing I didn't see no needle marks, but, thank God for that. But everything else you can imagine. So the thing about once they steal the jewelry is that they lie about it, and they believe their lie so well. You can literally look at them. Like, I can sit here and try and argue with you. My shirt is green. It's green. I know it's green. And you can point out, no, Jessica, your shirt is red. And a drug abuser or user will constantly tell you no, that they are so set on their lie, no matter how ridiculous it looks to you, that they will not budge from the lie, even though you have the evidence to show that, hey, okay, you can't lie, or you can't argue with them at that point. You just know that it's a deeper rooted issue than, I can't even think of the word, but I'm just thinking about some of the arguments that I had with this person. And I think of it now like, wow, I wasted so much time. Like I could have binge watched something on Netflix and have kept some sanity than my constant circles with this person about their lying and stealing. But anyway, I'm here because of it. So stealing jewelry, check your pawn shops, check places that you wouldn't normally think. And when I think about what was going on with me, I'm always preoccupied with something. And I wasn't noticing that my jewelry box, like a handle would be open or a little drawer would be open. These were things where I'm like, I know I didn't take nothing from there. Why is that open? And I would just close it, not thinking about it. But those are the things that you need to start paying attention to. If you find yourself in this situation, why is my jewelry? Then you're looking like, dang, maybe it's green. Yes, they do become cemented in their lie. But yes, I was noticing jewelry boxes open. I've noticed, like I'm not understanding why is this open, because I'm a minimalist to a certain extent when it comes to jewelry. I will wear the same rings. I'll wear the same earrings. I'll filter through the same ones unless I'm taking a picture and I have to have my earrings match for that photo or outfit. But other than that, it's the same thing that I typically wear. So for that to have been opened and me to not recognize it, that's something that I would like for you guys to pay attention to. Where do you keep your stuff? Is it hidden? Is it in a jewelry box? Are you noticing that things are open? And another thing that I just want to say is it can happen over a course of time. It can start off with one item to 2 items, and then it'll come back months later and it could be multiple. But if you're going through a situation where you are just not focused on, if you have a life-altering event that's taking place, they can use that situation to start stealing more. So that's just something to kind of think about. And I really hope that you guys aren't like looking at your spouses crazy, like, I know they're taking something, or they better not. I mean, hopefully they don't. I pray that they don't. But just to kind of give you guys some insight to that, pay attention to things like that. For me, it was when I started combating with this person about where's my jewelry? I don't understand this. And you know what? I'm filing a police report. Drug addicts, when they're that far into it, they'll help you file that police report. They'll help you start searching around your home, your car, other places. They will help you. But what they love to do is, well, you know what? They'll like to plant a seed, a lie, to tell you, you know what? It could have been so-and-so, or this could have happened when this took place, or whatever the case is. They will legit try and get you to think of, it could have been somebody else, or it could have been anything else, but just don't look in my direction. They love doing that. So I'm just going to throw that out there for you guys. And even when I filled out that, Lord, is this something I could say? Let me take a break because I was about to. Okay. I filled out police reports. I did everything I was supposed. How you helped me look for something you stole? Listen, they do. They do. And I'm not trying to laugh at the situation, but that's something that they really do. They will help you look for what they know they stole. That's how far gone they are, or how much they want to continue manipulating you and using you to get what it is that they're trying to feed, their addiction. They love doing that stuff. They will suck you dry, leave you high and dry until they, that's a whole other topic, a whole other section. Lord. They will help you look for the jewelry that they stole. Yes, they will. And they will feed any and every lie. So long story short, I filled out police reports. I had my police report came back, that they couldn't find nothing, so on, so forth. And, the emotions that you feel during those times, you feel sad, you feel confused. How could this have happened? And I know I'm pretty careful. Who's been in my home? What's been going on? You're not thinking about this person having been the one to take from you, especially items that they know are near and dear to your heart. Like, it's just, if you're in a relationship with someone, or you're dealing with someone or sibling, whatever the case is, and they get to the point where they're taking your jewelry to supply their need, it's a bigger problem than you yourself can fix. Like, you've really got to take a good look at that situation and be like, what else are you going to steal from me to supply your need? And it's crazy to think, and at that point, you really have to start thinking about your safety. You're stealing from me. Who are you going and buying this stuff from? Do they know where you live? These are things that I think about now, that my goodness, I could have had a target over my head for so long. But that's a whole other life, guys. So you'll feel sadness, you'll feel confusion. And the scripture that is tied in with this chapter is Ephesians 5, verses 8 through 13. I know a lot of people, they think of Ephesians 5 as, the husband and wives chapter. And to an extent, yes, it is. But specifically verses 8 through 13, I'm going to read them to you so it can tie it in. So again, red flag number 4, lying and stealing. And scripture says, let me make sure I'm there. Yep. Ephesians 5, verses 8 through 13. For at one time you were darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. For the fruits of light is found in all that is good and right and true. And try to discern what is pleasing to the Lord. Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. For it is shameful even to speak of the things that they do in secret. But when anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible. So, if anybody was let me just keep that little commentary to myself. The old Jessica was about to slip out. Father, all of you and none of me. All right. So, I don't want to give too many more details about what I wrote in the book, because it's a really good chapter. I had to reread it, and it's like, when I reread the things that I've wrote or the things that I've gone through, it's just mind-blowing that, dang, you really dealt with that? Like, that's crazy. And it just makes me sit back and think of, wow, you really didn't value yourself. You didn't know who you were. And that's a whole other live too. So guys, I'm sorry, my gears are going. And I think a lot of it too is just that I have so much excitement to hear the QR codes for the prayer journal, and just to be able to start talking to you guys about the red flags again. Like, God has made it very clear that all he keeps showing me is now. Like, now is the time for me to start pressing and giving birth to the things that I've been pregnant with, so to speak. The things that he wants to see come into motion, the things that he wants me to help put out into the earth to talk to you guys about. And I'm so excited about it all. Thank God for keeping you and pulling you through. Girl, yes, because by the time we get to chapter... When we get to chapter, probably chapter 7, yeah, you got, I just need somebody to pick up my book, because I'm ready to be on the New York Times bestsellers list and just with my book, because I'm just so excited to talk to you guys about this and just to really pour out everything that I've went through, and for you guys to really see that what I went through, it sucked at the time, but I look at it now as, man, I am so thankful for everything, because there's so many hurt individuals out here, not just who I was when I was hurt, but the person that was doing the wrong, the person that was lying, stealing, using drugs, all of that they're just, I have so much compassion for those individuals, because society tells you that addiction is it's a disease. No, it's a choice. Okay, we are given choices left, and God gives us free will, and we make the decisions in our lives. So all of this, you pick up a drug, because everybody else did it. There can be generational curses that you saw your parents do it, so now you're doing it because that's how you were raised. But you have a choice to stop. But that's a whole other life too, man. Lord, I'm going to have to write all this down and ask God when he wants me to start talking about it. But, yeah, I mean, I don't want to say too much else about what's in that chapter, like I said, because it's definitely something that when you read it, I want you to look forward to it. I want you to really feel, the pain that I went through, but also not just look at it through the lens of the victim, but look at it through the lens of the person going through it. What was going through their mind that made them fall that deep. And my biggest prayer, and I'm gonna put it out there, is the individual that I'm talking about, and any individual that finds themselves on the other side of this, causing the chaos, that you use your testimony to help others who are in similar spots as you, because you have no idea the lives that are tied to your testimony. So if anybody has any questions, I mean, I can tell you what jewelry of mine was taken. I could tell you how I felt, the anger. And these were items that were taken over a course of years. And like I said, I didn't go through my jewelry box like that. I had the same set of jewelry that just kind of sat out, and that was what I wore. And then every so often I might grab something from there. But it was always, I didn't think. Now, I don't care for a jewelry box. I have a hanger that has all my jewelry items from Shein, whatever it's called. I've got all my jewelry in there, and that's it. They go green, I toss it, I get a new pair. Like, I don't care for real jewelry anymore. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Miss Leonie, as usual, I appreciate your comments. You always make me laugh. But it was definitely helpful, what you said here. What time is it? I've been talking for a while. So, again, guys, next week we will, they go green. Listen, so next week we're going to talk about, boundaries. So I'm giving you guys some more time to, get the book. Like I said, of course, Amazon has it. Your local bookshops have it. And even Hobby Lobby. I love Hobby Lobby. If I'm ever in a bad mood, you're going to catch me there doing something. But they have the book. A lot of people that have given me feedback about it absolutely love it. They said it's a great book. I'm looking forward to reading it. I did have the giveaway that I had for Valentine's Day, was a version of Boundaries. It was just called Boundaries in Dating. But this one is just the original book, Boundaries. So I look forward to talking to you guys about it. I believe we're going to talk about chapters 1 and 2. I haven't really fully dug into it yet, but I've got time this weekend to read the 2 chapters, and then that's going to be our discussion for Thursday. As far as the Bible study goes, if you haven't answered the poll, the polls are only up for 24 hours, so I don't know who's going to see this in time. Please go ahead and answer. That way I can take down your name, and when I get into my prayer time with the Lord, I want to bring your names to God and see if there's something specifically that he wants me to start focusing on so that I can talk to you guys about it. Again, prayer journals, Spanish prayer journals. God willing, everything sounds great. And then today I will have them ready. And then I mentioned again the giveaway. So after I hang up with you guys, I'm gonna purchase the giveaway for Mother's Day. I'll post it once the items come in, and we'll just have a quick poll for that, or not a poll, but raffle is the word I'm looking for that. And we'll go from there. So I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. I love you. God bless you. And once God gives me more instruction about what else he wants, or not what else, because he's already told me what, but how to start implementing them into this site, then I will definitely bring that to your attention, because like I said, this is his page. This is for his glory. Whatever he wants is done. I'm just the vessel. So have a great day, guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.